Good morning. Good morning. Get hype. Get juicy. Get juicy. Previously on Kimba TV. I don't think. Do you remember what I said about this gap? Based off of what we've seen, if this gap doesn't get filled, it's really hard for me to be really bullish. Hazy CC options expiry today, Kimba. We talked about it last night. Hazy, do you remember what we said? And they already expired 5 hours ago. So make sure you get caught up, okay? Exclamation YouTube, exclamation rewind. Lots of alpha on the options expirations last night. So make sure you get caught up, okay? Superman Crypto, you good? Johnny Kingslow, you good? Homeless, you good? Quiet 7, what's going on? Rubberneck, what's going on? Let's go. Hazy says, oh, fuck, I missed it. Basically, Hazy, it's combination of everything that we've been talking about this week. Do you remember when I told JV? We might have to wait until Monday. So basically what the options expiry is telling us is, one, the crypto expirations expire at 0800 UTC. So that's almost 5.5 hours ago. Okay, so make sure you notate that. The crypto expirations expire at 0500. All right, so that was almost 8 hours ago, 8 hours ago. No, 5 hours ago. Yeah, 0800 UTC, so 5 hours and 40 minutes ago. I don't know if you've been around the whole week, Hazy, but do you understand the concept of let's leave fucked up lows and so we can clean it on Monday? So there is a chance that we can do the gap fill today. And if it happens today, obviously we're going to take it. However, obviously for the last couple of weeks and months, you've been here long enough, Hazy, that do we really want to take a bottom or a top, long or short on Thursday or Friday? No. So you got to be thinking for worst case scenario. Obviously, if we get it today, that's easy. I could probably do it in my sleep. But the worst case scenario would be we have to wait until Monday. So that's ultimately what the options expirations are going to tell us. All right, Hazy. So make sure you have levels to the upside. Make sure you have levels to the downside. And just be prepared. All right. Do you have the settlement, value area low, value area high, all that stuff? So can you follow this right now? Are we above VWAP? Are we below it? Are we above or below value area low, value area high? You should be able to tell me where we are in the phase of the movement. If I had to ask you, is the probability that we're going to go fill the gap better than 50-50? You should be able to tell me. Do you understand that right now it's better than 50-50? So, if we get the gap filled today, I kind of drew it earlier. All right, so every 30-minute candle should basically tell us, do we have the probability to get the gap filled today or do we not? Okay, as of right now, it's a little bit better than 50-50. Do you understand? So I would say it's like 56% that we'll get it. Like it's leaning a little bit towards we might do it today. I would still prefer that we did it on Monday. You know me. But if it does happen today, I'm still going to take it. And what I would really be curious to ask you, Hazy, is if you've been here for the whole week, has my plans changed? My levels of interest haven't changed at all, dude. I've just been sitting here waiting. all I've really done is like shorted the value value area highs. That's really all I've done. I haven't taken any longs, right? Still waiting. So we'll find out if we have the chance to do a gap fill today. And if there isn't a chance to do it, we'll just wait. Make sense, Hazy? Nothing has changed this whole week for me, bro. Nothing has changed. Obviously, I haven't been able to long anything because it hasn't hit my level. The only thing would be the value area high shorts that we've been taking. Yeah, so let's just, all I'm going to do today is I'm going to light up a lot of Latuche, Hazy. We're going to maybe make another song. Do you want to work on another song? We can make another song today. I need to make a decision on if we're going to move forward with the GLS or not. That's about it for me today, my man. We already looked at Bugamas. We got all the levels sorted out. So let me know if you have any questions. All right, Hazy? But let's get it, man. First, do you know, first things first, what I'm looking for? I want to see structure change. So I want to see the ETH high right there or the ETH low get broken. That's the first thing I'm going to go with because this is how RTH opened. Is that a bullish gap or a bearish gap? So what would be some thresholds that would make you go, oh, maybe this is bullish. Oh, maybe this is bearish. So think about all the things that we've learned together and, basically just go through your protocol. Is it a good high? Is it a bad high? Are we below value? Are we in value? Are we above value? Are we below a gap? Are we above a gap? All that shit. So every day you have an opportunity to prove to yourself that you know what you're doing. Seize this opportunity. Like when you look at the RTH gap, can you tell if it's bullish or bearish? What would be a bearish way to react and what would be a bullish way to react? What about the value? Are we below it or are we above it? Do you have any divs? What does the open interest look like? What do Bugamas look like? So, and then just constantly adjust if it's better or less than 50-50, if we're going to get the gap filled today, or if it looks like we're going to wait until Monday. That's it. Obviously, you're not going to long anything until you get the gap fill, or maybe you're going to be a little bit more aggressive and actually do it before. I would assume that if you're going to short, you're either going to wait for the highs to get swept, the 75786 for a lower high, or you're going to wait for 109. Anything beyond those, I think you're just gambling. So God bless for the people that are. But I think the easy trades are literally right in front of us. They haven't changed for the whole week. Let me know if you have any other questions, but it's pretty easy. Sandal says your settlement is not updated. Rewind and get caught up, Sandal. Rewind and get caught up, okay? So if you don't know that you should be on July, you probably haven't nerded out on CME enough. Okay, you sure you've spent a couple of weeks and months on CME data? It's like stuff like this that tells me, dude, you didn't nerd out at all. Sandal. We're on July contracts, my guy. Why would you look at June expert settlement? It should be July. Look at the open interest. We do this every month, Sandal. You can't be making mistakes like that, okay?
Girl.
Stop the music. Coke Zero says, would you SFP 102? Sure, but Coke Zero, I'm going to be paying attention to the 104 681 SFP. By the way, Coke Zero, I'm going to have one hand on my mouse. I'm going to have my left hand on the bong. And I'm going to try to get pixel perfect bottom. That's how fucking prepared I am, dude. I think I'm going to be able to get pixel perfect bottom. Got to be testnet. But, like I said, they better not do some goofy and just stack a whole bunch of goofy ass, lows. They're either going to clean it or they're not. Quit playing with me. It's gotta be done yet. You ready? Lions, hands up if you're ready. How many of y'all been rocking and rolling with me since the beginning of the week? Like the whole day. You guys, you remember when we went on 30-minute candle closes and we matched up the lines? You remember when we started talking about, dude, they still haven't done what we wanted to do by Wednesday. On Thursday or Friday, they're going to make a fucked up low and they might clean it on Monday. Bearish retest, range, value, area, high. But you know what though? I like that you're ready for that up there. All right, but I want you to take it level. Have you pulled fibs from here to here? Do you know where the golden pocket is? Work your way back. To get there, you have to get above here. To get above here, you have to get above here. To get above here, you have to bounce from here. So the golden pocket, check. This is your second 30-minute candle close. You're going to know in 60 minutes if you have a chance to get it, make a higher high or not. All right, sales. So there's a way that you can aim for this, but let it tell you, because if let's say that the next 30-minute candle close is here, you know, you look like an idiot waiting for that when in fact you need to be preparing for this. So you only have a limited amount of time, so you need to figure out which one is better for your time. Yeah, so you'll know, but right now, sales, it's inconclusive and premature, way too early to start talking about 109. As soon as you can get back above the range value area high and the orange line, then. All right, but because look at all this. So the only, I don't want you to get too cute with it. This whole thing that I'm doing with like, maybe they're going to save this for Monday is purely a timing bias that I have, because just naturally every Friday long or short that I've taken, I've gotten round tripped over the weekend or on Monday. There is a chance, because it's Friday, that it's going to hold and just collect a whole bunch of bad lows. But I don't want you to be like, oh, we're going to go to here. Yeah, not yet. Because you thinking and waiting for this, if this happens, I feel like you're going to be like, wait, what the fuck? So I want you to be ready for this, but I also want you to be ready for this as well. Both sides you want to be ready for, because what I don't want you to do is get got. You don't necessarily need to take a long here with me. You know, I just don't want you to end up longing here. I know you're not going to long here. But you definitely, I don't think you want to long here. I don't think you want to short here. Anything in between, you're more than welcome. I think you should just wait for levels. Like now, this is going to get cleaned at some point. This is going to get cleaned at some point. That's going to get cleaned at some point. I don't know if you were here earlier, but we broke down the 8A6 play. If you want to just say fuck it and you want to long this, your invalidation is the lower low. So like you could just continuously pull 8A6s and just be like, fuck it, dude. That's so cheap. Even if I'm wrong, it's like, even if it's cheap. So I'll take it. But at some point, these are all going to get wrecked. Do you see this? How cool is that? $1 trillion market cap. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. All right, Lions. You know what it is. The math is the math and the juice is the juice. Ka-chai! Incognito says, so stupid question, but what exactly is power hour? Sure. It is, it's the last hour of US market, right? And especially on a day like Friday, there's going to be not only 0-day expirations, trades and contracts and options that expire today, but you're going to have weekly and you also have monthly expirations. Okay. You already had Bitcoin like deribit options expire at 0800, 05, 0800 UTC. And quarterly. Holy fuck. There you go. But anyways, so imagine like the way that I think about it is hella people are going to be closing positions. So extra volatility. what you're kind of looking at is maybe like the open interest. I mean, it's not like everybody that has contracts that expire today are all going to be closing in the last hour. No, like hella people already closed, you know, throughout the week, et cetera, et cetera. But it's just the accumulation of all of them stacking up at once that will ultimately create, like think about when that dude updated for like 900 Bitcoin. So it could be a little bit of a liquidity, like a squeeze event, because everybody that's in profits and longs and shorts, if it starts running the other way, everybody's gonna be like, fuck, and just start closing. All right, y'all, we gotta start wrapping it up. Sandal, how you doing, Sandal? You good? Jorgaton, let's go. Lee, let's go. Chris, let's go. Giovanni, I had an amazing time today. I had an amazing week. I had an amazing month. I've been having an amazing year with y'all. Pretty crazy. Not the volatility, but like the pixel fucking, I guess. Yeah, I wish we could have done more, but at the end of the day, them leaving lows like that on a Friday, yeah, again. So I wish we could have done, because I mean, how many people in longs or still have the golden pocket pulled and you're trying to see if it's worthy of a long? I mean, that's a dangerous game, right? So I think it would be the same thing that we always talk about. I wouldn't lose money trying to long bad lows. I'm sure a bunch of you guys have this pulled like this. So could be a 7.5 bullish retest, even more than the 7.5. The yellow line for me would be just a random a fib level. So time spent above yellow line, time spent below, something like that. And stay safe over the weekend. That's an ugly ass low, but the highs are also fucked up too. So brilliant, ladies and gentlemen. Watch for some sort of like symmetrical triangle, some sort of bullshit. Yeah, so I don't know when they gonna clean that shit. I don't know. Whenever they do, I'm getting in it. Like, yeah. All of you guys know how to play an SFP, right? Like, I would assume if you're here for it, you're awake for it. It doesn't happen at 3 a.m. Most people, their entries are going to be around the 104.5, 104.6, 104.7. Most people should wait for it to clean and then come back. And then the lower low is the invalidation. So if it is an SFP, if it does have a hidden bull div, maybe it's a trident. Don't forget about things like the first candle arrives, the second one cleans, the third one confirms structure. And to be honest, they're holding that yellow, leave that bad low. You can reverse the same idea and look for a short at 109 if it goes up that high. So 109 is an interesting level where I might think about that short, head short. And then whether it's 105, but probably not 105.7, probably going to be the 104.681 SFP. I would love to take that. So it doesn't really matter if it happens in 3 minutes from now. If it doesn't matter to me if it's 3 hours or 3 days. I'll take it over the weekend. I'll take it at night. So, and the fact that we'll regroup tomorrow morning, Saturday night, maybe tonight, and then Sunday morning and Sunday night, I'll also be here for CME resumption. You guys down? It just kind of starts to depend on how bullish you are, how much risk you want to take at that 104.7. Do you want to wait for RTH? Same thing with the 109 short. Would you rather wait for a RTH gap confirmation? Because regardless of where it goes over the weekend, if it doesn't crab, it's going to have a gap either way. 109 is going to have a gap, like a $3,000, $2,000 gap. Same thing to the downside. 104, 105 is going to have another $2,000 gap. You know what it is. I'm rooting for you guys. Stay safe. Last song. Let's go. Hey, good shit. Lions, what an amazing week. Technically, Monday is the last day of June, so I don't want to like say the wish goodbye to June quite yet, but what a month. What a week. Lions, you know what it is. Longers, I'm rooting for you. Shorters, I'm rooting for you. Bulls, Bears, we're all Lions. He-reaving poker tournament starting in 3, 2, 1. Can I get a kachoya?